We begin with some breaking news. Thailand's Prime Minister has been removed from office after a ruling by the Constitutional Court. Paetongtarn Shinawatra was suspended last month as part of an ethics investigation over her handling of Thailand's border row with Cambodia. Critics had accused her of appeasing powerful Cambodian former leader Hun Sen during a leaked phone call. The court said she violated ethical rules and that her conduct had hurt Thailand's national interest. Let's go right over to our regional bureau chief in Bangkok, Georg Matas. Georg, walk us through this dramatic and historic ruling.
Well, people here, some 100 journalists and camera people waiting for the verdict of this court ruling here in the Constitutional Court in Bangkok were holding their breath. There was absolute silence when the ruling came out because, of course, people know what this will mean for the Shinawatra family, but also mean for the country. At the beginning, there was a bit of hope, and people were actually saying to me, there's a chance that she will make it, because the judges acknowledged that she made an effort to resolve that border row with the neighboring country, Cambodia. But in the end, it became quite clear that they see her as guilty of ethical misconduct, and even went a step further and said that she was lacking the morals to lead the country in a way, and that she was acting in personal interest to fix her personal relationship, or rather the relationship with her family has with the Hun clan, the leading dynasty in Cambodia. That was her interest, and not the interest of the Thai nation was in first place.
Tell us more about her response to the ruling and the response of her party.
Well, actually, in her response, she accepted the court ruling. However, she made clear that as a Thai citizen, she did wanted to act, that she loved Thailand and she wanted to act in the interest of the nation. So actually contradicting at this point the court ruling, obviously being devastated, and making also clear that she stands behind her party, the Pure Thai Party. That very party had already prepared one of the rooms at the headquarters to celebrate in case she would have been cleared of the charges, now which was not the case. Very difficult times for her party, for the party that was founded by her father, because they will now have to resolve that difficult situation and find a new candidate.
And what happens in the meantime to the ruling coalition?
Well, there's now 45 to 60 days that the ruling coalition can come up with a new name. And there's basically two options here. One option is that one of the 5 people that were nominated in the last general election by the parties, by the several parties that exist, can become prime minister. And the ruling coalition would have to form a coalition and come up with that person. Actually, the Pure Thai Party still has one candidate who would be eligible to become prime minister, the former justice minister, who's not very famous, but it would be a potential candidate. The other option is, and that is what the largest opposition party, the People's Party here in Thailand, is already pushing for, is that parliament is dissolved and that there is new general election, because people all overall, and not related exactly to this trial here, are rather unhappy how the Pure Thai Party has run the country.
Gail, talking about the running of the country, what does this say, this ousting? We've reported on so many political leaders ousted by the Constitutional Court over the years. What's it mean for the credibility and independence of Thailand's judiciary?
It's of course difficult to say, and many observers have said this is not a legal ruling, but it's rather a political ruling. That this constitutional court that has sacked so many prime ministers, that has or de-installed those prime ministers, including the one just before her, who was also nominated by her party, but also has banned a number of political parties, actually the winner of the last general election. That this court is instrumentalized by the powerful conservative establishment of the country, by the elites that are pulling strings from behind. That is what people have been saying. And there is, of course, now the question, if going into the future and after the next potential general election, that a system like that needs to be reformed because it brings great instability to a very important nation here in Southeast Asia.
Georg Martis there with the analysis. Thank you.